All right, everybody. I'm incredibly sorry to have to make a video in these circumstances. I'm sure you've heard the horrific news that one of the most prominent and one of the most influential and important figures in American political media, Charlie Kirk, was tragically today at a college event in Utah, and he has passed away. This is probably going to be a shorter video. There are things I need to say about Charlie Kirk and about his influence on me personally that I just need to get out there in these horrible circumstances. Charlie Kirk was somebody that was very influential to me in getting me into politics and inspiring me to fight for the things that I believe in. He is one of the people that is behind the influence of this show, among other political commentators, that Charlie Kirk was really a leader of a movement of young people that is unlike anything else in modern politics from the right. He, of course, was obviously very instrumental in helping to get Donald Trump back in the White House this past November by getting out the youth vote in a way that has really not been seen in modern politics at all. He's often credited with helping Trump win Arizona, for example, because of his relentless efforts in getting out the college age male vote. And I've watched Charlie Kirk since I was probably 10 years old. It was probably back 2016, 2017, the earliest videos of Charlie Kirk when he first started to get popular. And it was his college conversations where he would say things that were obviously true. And for some reason, people on college campuses were too afraid to say. And if you look where we are now, about 8 years since I was a 10-year-old kid watching those videos, Charlie Kirk has created an environment on college campuses where conservative people, conservative men and women, are comfortable voicing their opinions and are comfortable being the unpopular voice in the room because of the courage that Charlie Kirk shows in having conversations with people who disagree with him and doing so in a way that is so respectful and so tolerant and so willing to listen and just spread ideas respectfully that people calling him all these names is just so, for anyone who's watched him, it's just so blatantly ridiculous. This was a guy who is the epitome of good faith debating, of having a conversation in good faith and exchanging ideas respectfully, even though we may disagree, even though you may disagree with someone. The ability to have discussions respectfully has inspired me in doing this show, inspired me with having conversations in my life, and has inspired me to look at everybody as an individual and acknowledge that while there are political disagreements, that everybody deserves dignity and respect, and that was something that Charlie Kirk epitomized. And it's so horrific to see, to hear that he has passed away, and I just want to make sure that it's known that he was one of those people, if not the most important people, in getting me interested in politics. I've told this story multiple times on the show, but I first got into politics in 2016 during the election cycle in 2016 when my father introduced me to Donald Trump and got me into all watching the Republican debates and just got me into politics and history and civics. And it was people like Charlie Kirk that were cool to me. Someone younger who was saying things that I was like, hey, that sounds right. And after all these years, from me as a 10-year-old to me now, I want to be. I I saw someone earlier say that this just created a million more Charlie Kirks. I want to, in any way that I can, continue the legacy that he started of civility, of respect for your political opponents, for your debate opponents, and for being a good person. Because we all know in politics there's good people are few and far between, but Charlie Kirk, from everything publicly available of him, was just a good person. And my thoughts are with his wife and his kids, and this is just awful that now that those kids have to grow up without a father because of the insane, deranged acts of one person to take the life of someone just because they disagreed with them politically. And I really hope that this doesn't get uglier in America because this could very easily turn down a dark path. And I hope it doesn't because we had Donald Trump last year and we had Charlie Kirk today. And we all just have to try to do the right things to move past this horrific moment because it's going to take a collective effort from everybody to acknowledge that something like this just has no place in political discourse at all. So, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, and thank you for inspiring me and millions of people to fight for what we believe in and do so with respect and love.